Greetings, wild and weirdos, weirdettes, everyone out in wild, weird radio land and beyond the horizon. See what I did there? I did that because I can.
So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody out there? I know we got some folks who are down south getting caught in this storm. Jay says, "Hey, Ron, Joe, hope y'all doing great. Have no power, but should be okay to watch.
Batting down the hatches down there.
Safe down there.
No surfing in those hurricanes. Stay out, stay out, stay out."
We got Anita Allen. What's going on? My computer is behaving. Oh my!
All right, computer's behaving. This is a rare occasion.
Trackways in the house. What's going on? Then we've got, let's see who else. James Nelson's in the house. What's going on, James? Donna Ho.
Welcome, Donna. Welcome.
How we doing, Donna? We've got
a lot of people.
Hey, there's me.
There's you.
That's when I got in here.
Let's
go, Scott.
Welcome
What's
aboard.
Going on? What's going on? Is that Joe or a life model decoy Joe? We'll never know.
You won't know.
Then the Deuster. The Deuster's in the house. What's going on, brother?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good to see you, man. Hope you guys are doing safe down there.
Dewey's supposed to be at some event or something.
Yes, this weekend is the Tennessee Wildman Cryptid Con or something. Like
Dewey, put a link up so we can tell people.
Yeah, throw a link in there, man.
I can't remember what it is.
Larry Hose is in the house.
Terry
Thursday is in the house.
Terry.
Adam Good.
Adam,
come on, start already. We did. We were on time, Adam.
We were on time.
Jen Clower is in the house. Teresa of Teresa's Haunted History is in the house. Who else we got? Lisa. And Nancy White and Ada Cox are both in the house.
Ada, welcome.
Ty is here. L.W. Marshall swinging the door open.
L.W. Marshall just opened up the brand new lock screen, everybody. Thank L.W. Marshall for this.
Dun, dun, dun.
We spared no
Which one do you want me to go with?
Well, there's only the one right now.
Oh, okay. Well, here it comes, boys.
The key. Yeah, he unlocked that just for you, Adam. You've been wanting one for a while. So last night, let me tell you what I did, okay? I couldn't sleep. After a little bit of caffeine, I was awake. So I came in here and I played around with Blender all evening, learning new tricks. And so I made this giant cube floating across the sky. And I said, well, that's kind of cool, but can we use that for a blessing screen somehow? And then I thought, Adam needs a new blessing screen.
Finding the Trackway says, yea, though I'll watch through the valley of the shadow people. I will feel no evil, for Adam Good art with me. Nancy White. Nancy. Thank you. You are awesome. Speaking of the blessings of the moth, today Ron and I were spending some time up in the land of the Mothman, and holy cow,
magical. Everyone, please continue to spread the word. Get people in here. We have a really good show coming up, so make sure that you're getting it out there for everybody. I'm going to try my best to get this thing over on Instagram here. So. Yeah.
Jen, thank you. You are awesome.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. And that just shows right there, every little dollar, that's what it's all about. We see these wonderful people with the, donations. Look, guys, it all adds up, and
it really does.
It's going to new equipment. My God, they are so cool.
Thank you, Ada.
Ain't wasting no
You've seen
time.
firsthand multiple times what this goes towards and what we use it for. And Ada was actually with
Oh,
us
yeah.
last week for some of the stuff that we're going to be showing tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to show some of that stuff. I'm now trying to get our key for the streaming over here because they don't make it easy over here on Instagram. So bear with me for just
LW
a
Marshall
second.
says, Ron, I can't wait to see your art at the Mothman Festival.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Adam Good
copy
coming in with a big one. Thank you,
Oh,
Adam.
okay, just paste. Oh yeah, I think I got it now.
There we go.
All right, we'll see if this works. Saving. Let's see if we can get this to go up on.
You guys are a mess. LW, we thank you. Adam, we thank you. Ada Cox, Jen, and am I missing Nancy White? You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for keeping Wild Weird Radio free for eons and eons to come. And those guys who are there, you know, if you're hanging out with us, you know what's coming next year. This show's free. Completely free. We don't have Patreons. We don't have go give us a coffee. I make my own, thanks. But if you want to bring us one, we'll take it.
I like coffee. And I'll tell you this, if it wasn't for the coffee, there would be no cube of Adam floating around in the universe. That is the fact. I can promise you.
This show is kept free for you guys by our executive producers, Adam Good, LW Marshall, Teresa of Teresa's Haunted History of the Tri-State, Larry Hose, Ada Cox, Nancy White, Scott Holbrook, Lisa, Finding the Trackway, Tommy Swigger, Pat, Seth Beans Lamille, Small Town Monsters, Oz in the Woods, James Nelson, and our amazing super chatters, the Deuster himself, Dewey Edwards, Spooky Appalachia, Guitar Chains Craig, Travis Erednick, Jeffrey Still, Russ Bailey, Chris Coots, Bigfoot, Littlefoot, Terry Summerfield, Sarah Ramsey, Jolie Buck, Donahoe, Angie, Jen Clower, Jamie Snell, Ike the Fob, Daddy Fauber, Ashley Hilt of On Wednesdays We Talk Weird, Lotus Flower, Wendy the Pooh Bear,
Asher's. You like saying that, don't you?
Oh, I love Wendy the Pooh Bear.
Yeah, I like that too.
And Spirit Brothers Paranormal UK. Go check all those folks out that have YouTube channels in there. They are absolutely awesome. Scott Holbrook. Oh, good Lord, Scott.
All right. So here's the thing. We've hit the mark. We're going to unlock the very special one, but I want to make sure everybody's here for this because it was made just for certain people. Is Angie here yet?
Angie's here.
Angie's here?
Yes.
All right. So all of our I think that's accurate. Those two things complement each other very well.
They do.
You're welcome.
Oh, Lord.
That's what happens when we get technology.
And she got her sky dolly. That's right.
Yes, she did. She did. Caffeine is an amazing thing. It really is. It's just no wonder that, it was given to us by the sky people.
Yeah, I had it right. I got the name
right. There it is. You did get it right.
Speaking on UFOs and the Mantell incident at the Tennessee Wildman and Cryptid Con in McKinnonville, Tennessee, this Saturday at 9:45 a.m.
Yeah,
go check him out if you're in the area. If you've got no plans this weekend and Tennessee's within driving range, go check it out. Go hang out with the Deuster. Pick up his new book, the all about the Mantell incident. We've plugged it here on the show multiple times. Deuster, throw us a link to that down there. Well, actually, I'll go grab it.
I did have a picture of it, but
I'll grab it. We have that. Well, I cleared out all the old photos and stuff. But I'll go grab a link real quick from Amazon.
Yeah, we gotta do that from time to time.
And we'll throw that up there for you.
Yeah, I'll get that and put that up there. So
12 o'clock high.
That's
written by the Deuster himself. It is the Captain Thomas Mantell Jr. UFO chase. It was the first actual death from a U.S. Air Force pilot, and it was
That
a
we know of.
right.
We know of. There's Terry just dropped a 5. Make sure we recognize that.
Terry McCullough.
Dropping the 5.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so
amazing.
much.
Absolutely amazing. I think they know what's coming up. So
we've got some stuff we're working on. Here's Deucer's book, 12 o'clock
there
high.
we
The Captain
go.
Thomas Jr. UFO chase by Dewey the Deucer Edwards. Unfortunately, there's probably a character limit there, so he probably couldn't put the Deucer down in there. But go check it out. It is it's a great book. I actually picked up a copy from the Amazon myself, and it's seriously it's the most thoroughly documented book on this case. Like it, you know, we say often there's like no experts in these fields, but there are experts in areas, you know, like you can be an expert on history. And this is one of those cases where Dewey went and did more than his due diligence, collected absolutely every article he could get his fingers on and slapped them between the bindings of this book. And it's phenomenal.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I don't think people understand
Really
how much
is.
work that really is. It's a whole lot of work. Hey, I think I might have got Instagram working. Hey, Julie, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. We've got CJ Bomer joined over there on Instagram, so I can see that.
What's up? See your Spook Fest. What's going on? Going up to the Bridgewater Triangle tonight and doing an investigation. Sweet.
That is cool. That is very, very cool. So we had a very, very eventful day is what we had. And I had a good day. Let's put it that way. We possibly yeah, we got some good stuff. So you guys are gonna be able to see that in the near future. And I'm very
today we were actually able to get an interview of somebody who's never been on camera before.
Nope, never.
And we're not telling you who it is,
No.
but they've never been on camera speaking about the stuff.
Yeah, well, we can say the stuff. I'm fine with saying the stuff because we are going to be doing an incredible episode on the stuff. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic. And you know, it's going to be something to keep your eyes on. Let's just say that you're going to really enjoy this. We're going to get to hear from a witness who's never been, that should have been, you know,
right. 100%.
I don't understand
100%.
why, you know, but yeah. So that's going to be coming. And wow, what a great little story this is going to be. That's
Terry McCullough asked, has there been a date set for the Bigfoot workshop yet? No, there has not.
No,
It will be in October.
We're still pounding around with other things, and we'll figure it out as we go.
Yes, we will get that announced out soon. There's a couple kinks we're trying to nail down, and once we get that sorted out, you guys will be the first to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we do announce it here first. That's why you want to make sure that you're keeping up with what's going on this channel, because right here on the Thursday live is where we announced it the last time on the workshop, and it was, you know, gone within 12 hours. So remember, these are very, very affordable, and they're very, very limited workshops. So
Lisa brings up a good topic.
That's a pretty good topic. Yeah.
The Deucer, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, buddy.
We appreciate you very much, my friend. Glad to see you in here tonight, too. By the way,
thanks for doing the work. More over here on YouTube. So, you know, you guys, if you're over there, come on over here. We're having a party. Let's see. Yeah, that topic that you were talking about. That's a good topic, actually. I've got a little something here for you fine folks who are gathered with us tonight.
So, in case nobody knows, because we found out last night.
Yep, we do.
We found out last night, late
absolutely.
last night, that today was the members release for Paranormal Horizons episode 2, baby.
Absolutely.
And Lisa, we know Lisa watched it because she messaged Ron earlier today while we were filming.
Mhm.
And yeah,
It left
you're absolutely right.
apparently a lasting impression on Lisa. But I think it's going to leave a lasting impression on everybody. But guys, I've got the actual release date and time over here. I'm going to put the link it'll be in the group. And for you guys who don't know, we also started a group chat over there. Just click on it and join it yourself. I did not send it out to everyone because some people don't like that stuff. So if you want to be, in the chat, there you go.
You can
But in the
find it.
chat, yep. It's actually over there. So you can just go click on that and it'll take you to the chat. And we're talking about stuff in there. We also got some people who are sharing accounts, which are relevant to some of the current cases that we're working.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome. It's another way to reach out to you guys. Is what's all about, is reaching out and keeping this thing, keeping it going, get people talking about this stuff because it's really weird stuff. Get I was going to make her shoot lightning out of her hands.
Oh, yeah, that needs to be a thing.
I know I might do that.
Lightning out of her hands and lasers out of her eyes.
If anyone wants that, let me know and we'll include that. You want that? Okay, I'll do that.
So
It's a giant
says when will the new episode
kaiju
be released
dolly, go ahead.
for the public? That will be this Sunday. It will go
Yeah.
up this Sunday, I believe, at 2 p.m.
Is it 2?
Yep, it's at 2
I
p.m.
know I found the countdown thing, so we're gonna put it over there in the group as soon as this is over, and that way you guys can save that and meet us there. We'll have a watch party kind of thing going on Sunday, just like we did
We'll
last
be in
time.
the chat.
So I want all you guys here right now to be over there with us to watch this, and I want your honest to goodness reactions to this because we're still trying to figure out our honest to goodness reactions to some of the stuff that happened. And just to give you an idea of what's going to happen, I'll let you see here's the trailer.
As we rounded the rock, I seen in front of us, I seen like a bluish white flash. 7 minutes ago.
Yeah,
6, 7
6, 7 minutes ago. Yeah, so we 9, 10, 9, 15.
And about 10 minutes ago, I was starting to have a bit of a conversation with something.
And this thing vanishes into thin air. Literally followed us everywhere. And then as soon as we got up to it, it vanished.
You set the signal. Those guys contacted me on comms at that point, and so we just had a radiation spike. We checked ours, and we had the exact same radiation spike down here.
As soon as he sent out the signal, the pocket dosimeter started detecting a radiation spike. Now we're back here at base camp, and Ike heard something walking across the creek.
There was definitely something in base camp with us. Did you hear that? It's a crazy rumble. There was something there.
What do? This is so weird.
Yeah. That's all real. Okay. And what's more is that it happens in such a way that it just literally makes you, question everything. So next Thursday will be another episode of Beyond the Horizon. It'll be the episode that we do that's after the show, and we'll be talking about what happens there. And I want to hear some ideas. I want to hear your thoughts on this. So yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
Lisa says Adam standing there all nonchalant, never knowing how much he freaked everyone else out.
I think he knew. I think he absolutely knew. Don't let him fool you. But no,
says, how many views did the episode get so far? Let me
almost
check.
50.
Last time I looked, it was like 47,000.
No, it's almost 50. It's at 49 high, so it's almost 50.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good with it. I'm very happy with those numbers, and I think as this goes, like I've said, that was actually, in my opinion, one of the weaker episodes because it was it was an intro episode, and it really kicks up in this episode, and then it just goes crazy from this point on, and it's nuts. There's definitely a story arc to it, and you'll pick that up.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah.
man, how many of you guys have had a chance to? I know Julie Bug said that she was going to check it out later on. How many of you guys out there have actually caught the new episode other than Lisa? I know we know Lisa's watched it because you guys get to see the on-screen appearance of Larry Hose
Yeah, he does a
and Scott.
fantastic job too. They both do.
Yeah, Scott Holbrook. They being with them in the field is one of my favorite things in the
Mhm.
world, and actually getting to work with them first before this at the workshop. Yeah, like I knew instantly, and Ron was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta work with these guys. You gotta
Yeah, yeah, it
bring
clicked
them
right from
in."
that workshop. Yeah,
It was awesome.
yeah.
Larry has watched it. What'd you think, Larry?
It's I haven't seen it since I got sick of looking at it. I'll be honest with you. After the edit after
Yeah.
retakes and all that, But ever since I uploaded it, I vaguely remember some of the stuff that's in it. But man, I remember what happened when we were there. That's for sure.
Julie Buck says, "You guys are awesome representing West Virginia like no other. We're not just representing West Virginia. Like, yeah, we're West Virginia based
We'll
researchers,
take
but
it.
it is beyond."
It's way beyond at this point, Julie.
Yeah.
This stuff is happening everywhere, literally, and it's time that we have this broader discussion, and that's
Yeah.
that's where it starts.
This this show couldn't have come at a better time, I don't believe.
No, no, this was just almost orchestrated, which is just insane.
Yeah, it's eerie.
It
That's
really
all.
is. It really is. Um,
I thought all I'm going to tell you guys who have seen it so far, what I thought we experienced that night was crazy. The tip of the iceberg. Tip
yeah,
of the iceberg.
it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This just builds and builds, and it's just I mean, we're living it right now. We're still filming, so, and we're still seeing things that are just
Don't make sense.
no, they don't make
It
sense.
is beyond logical
Yeah,
comprehension and goes into like you said, is this being orchestrated by the phenomena?
right, right, and it really gets into that.
Crazy as that sounds, I know that sounds bonkers.
Well, it's taking you a while to come on board with this, but you follow the data regardless, like you said, and this is where the
Yeah.
data points you in.
Well, I mean,
So
I'm intellectually honest. Like I'm
yeah,
not gonna sit and stare at the data and
blinders,
refute it.
right? Yeah, exactly. So
Angie, thank you, thank you, thank you. Angie, I need
you're
to get you your cup. Lightning and lasers, man. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
lightning and lasers. That's what she's gonna do.
Like
Yeah,
just flashing GIF style, not
that'd be cool. I
crazy
like it.
elaborate, but
We can do that.
just like
Yeah, I can do that. That'll work. So this is the live evidence review show, by the way. And yeah, paradigm shift. Yeah, that's about the right way of putting it, Scott. I think. Yeah,
Mhm.
because we're dealing with something that's going to make you really start to think. You're going to have to think outside the box a little bit. And what's really wonderful is we can take this to some of the most skeptical people, and they will prove themselves to be biased by saying things like that's not possible. That was a this or that was a that, because we've had other people look at it who are very knowledgeable, and they shake their heads and scratch their heads, and they don't know
Yeah.
what it is. They admit freely they don't know what it is, and that's the correct answer. We don't know what this is. So wow, we got 50 people watching, guys. That's amazing.
Go
Thank you,
mash
guys.
that like
Hit the
button over
likes.
there on the YouTube. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. I've got Hodag store that joined us over on Instagram, everyone, just to let y'all
What's going
know.
on, Hodag store? You
Hodag
guys
store.
enjoying the Hodagness out there in the northern Midwest?
They're probably doing a lot better than the East Coast right now. So, hats off to everybody out there, batting down the hatches.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as it goes, we are going to be looking at stuff that you guys sent in, and we got some interesting stuff too. Let's tell you that.
Indeed.
We got some thermal stuff. We've got some stuff that we took ourselves that we're going to share. And believe it or not, I've got an Indrid cold story. Possible sighting.
Spookfest says like the description of the Indrid cold craft.
Ta-da.
Ask and it will appear.
It does do that sometimes. Be careful. You know, it's like I think the metaphysics thing today says it's a very special manifesting day. I would almost have to agree with that based upon what happened today. So, you know, I'm not gonna poo-hoo that. Just gonna say that. So
Pat said if Ron and Joe disappear one day, we will know that they found what they were looking for. Yeah, 100%. Until that day, the U2 song "Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For" plays in the back of my head.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know that I want to find it. So you guys jump straight down that portal when it appears and let me know what's on the other side. But here's what we're going to be doing. Let's figure out which one of these things we want to look at, and we're going to pull up some of the evidence first and let you guys take a look at it. That's what we're here for, right?
Indrid Cold said, "Be careful with my ship. Enjoy the ride." Hey, you come pick me up any day, brother. We will take a ride on the mystery ship out into the galaxy beyond the stars, all the way to Lanulos.
Well, you know, I mean, possible. It's possible. So, let's see. I've where should we start?
Right, Ron, we got to write a new song called "Light Speed to Lanulos."
Okay. I got the ukulele right here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, we'll get on that for you. Let's figure out which one of these we want to start with, because we've got a couple of them, and I don't want to bore people. Everybody that's here, please do continue to hit that like, share, subscribe. Let's get this place packed up and let's get some people in here. I want to hear some opinions on these things that we're about to show you. And we're going to see what we can figure out. Sound good? Everybody good? Everybody good?
Pat said, "Is Lanulos good for joint pain?" Probably. I've heard the gravity's just a little bit less there.
Well, they don't wear clothes, so there's no restrictions. Just saying, that's Lanulos for you. I didn't make it up. Okay, well, we got
Danny Buckner's in the house. What's going on,
Danny? What do we got? What do you want to start with?
Oh dear Lord! Oh dear Lord!
No.
Helen Keller, fortune teller.
No.
I got the lyrics for the song right now.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Stop it. Stop it. We're trying not to run people off. We have a lot of people watching right now, and look at you. How are they going to ever take us serious? They'll never take us serious.
Okay. Evidence review.
Yeah, evidence.
Serious face.
Evidence review. Anybody? We have M Hill joined over there on Instagram. Hey, how you doing? Welcome aboard. I'm going to be switching back and forth, trying to keep up with a few Instagrammers over there as well. It's a lot of work, but we are going to go. Yes, Lisa, you tell him.
Yeah, but see the laughy cry face? She understands.
She does not approve.
Octopus thought it was funny.
All right, you two. Let's get some evidence up here.
Okay, let's do it. Which one's first?
I don't know what you want to start with.
Let's save the one from Trackway.
Okay.
We'll move it back one. Let's see what we got in the.
Okay, let me fire up the old audio machine, video machine over here, and I'll be right back. Well, actually,
alrighty.
I'm not going anywhere. I just thought it might take me to a different screen. Oh, yeah, it did. It did. Hang on.
Ben in Black says, "Why would anyone take you big brain primates of planet Dirt seriously?" I have no idea.
Oh, look, it's the Men in Black. Hey, we were down in your old stomping grounds today, just to let you know. Nobody says hi.
Teresa says she found a letter. I'm guessing she's talking about her and Tony found a letter written to Helen Keller from Gray Barker.
Why? Just why?
You could read it, Ron.
Why? All right, let me close this. Oh,
So,
okay.
so in the
I
game,
got it.
you guys are familiar, probably Cards Against Humanity. Helen Keller was always like my end of the game card.
Hmm.
If I drew that card, it was coming out, and I was gonna definitely win that hand.
This is weird.
Oh man.
Okay, it's trying to open. Let's see. Okay, it's opening. Let me find the clip that
Donna
was
Ho says actually
recorded.
Helen Keller could probably sense a lot more than she could have
Yes,
admitted in her time.
thank you.
She could probably
Yes.
do a whole lot of stuff that she couldn't admit in her time. I'm gonna
F radio beyond our
you know those memes where Jesus shows up behind you and is just like looking over your shoulder like this?
information.
This video needs one of those.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
so let's look at the fair one. That'll be a fun one. Let's do that first.
Terry McCullough asks a valid question. Was Helen Keller a pinball wizard?
I don't
She
know.
had all the qualifications.
Oh, here's Thermal Project. That'll probably work. Open
Oh man.
HGF.
Pat says, all right, silly is silly is silly. Get on with it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Okay, here it is.
You know, I'm just filling up the time.
Mm-mm. No.
It's the comedic relief.
Uh-uh.
You guys who are sitting out there hanging out with us tonight, remember, if you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. It is a free act that you guys can do for us. Helps us tremendously. All it takes is literally one click. And then, you know, maybe go like a couple videos when you get some free time. Oh, man. Chris Stewart says, you're on one tonight, Joe. Yes, I'm sleep deprived, and we had a really good time today. And I'm actually having a pretty good day.
We actually had a really good time. It was very beneficial.
It was.
And can't wait to say more about it. And I don't know why I can't find what I'm looking for. Did I just do that? Yep, I did. Can't find what I'm looking for. I understand now, Joe. Okay.
Do you want me to go ahead and show the other one?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Just got it. Okay, let me turn that off. All right, I found it. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ready to share. Present, share screen. Monitor 2. Can everybody see this?
Yes.
All right. Then I'm doing something halfway right. Let's pull this over here. Let's get this over here. Let's pull this over this way. Okay. Is that a little better?
Yep.
Okay. Let's crank this up to full speed. Okay. So we're going to watch this. I can't remember which one's which. So I want you to go ahead and set this up, Joe. You got to tell them where we were and what was going on. That would be a good thing.
Well, which one is this?
This was the impromptu workshop that we had at the Braxton County Fair.
Oh, okay. So we were, as you guys know, we've been announcing it for weeks. Ron and I were speaking at the Braxton County Fair. And as usual, we just do what we do. And we had a little workshop with the group of folks that were there because we brought out all of our equipment. We were doing kind of like a little show and tell. But then it started to get dark and we had a smaller group of people, and it was just like, hey, why not? Let's just whip it out and let these guys play with the technology and take a look at everything here and see just maybe something will show up. Yeah. Because we have a habit of turning a thermal to the sky and something happens.
Yeah. And we actually had a really awesome time because we had a point where almost everybody in the audience toward the end had experienced something, and it was like a validating experience for them. So they were just amazed. So they were very happy. Needless to say, we'll be back next year. Okay, so I'm going to play this. This is some of the stuff that we caught toward the end, right before we were getting ready to leave. Now, some stuff you'll be able to kind of look at and be like, oh, that's a this or that. But that's probably a bird, right? That's what you think. You think that's a bird, right? Anybody? Bird, right? Is anybody catch anything else in that video when I play it? Back it up. I'll play it again. Anyone catch anything? I have seen you guys watch the videos over on other channels and be like drawing big circles and saying, hey, look, there's a thing back here behind you guys in the dark. You know, come on, look at this. And well, you know what? I'll slow it down for you. I'll do you one better. I will slow it down to 50%. Now watch it. Okay, here we go. What was that? Did you catch it that time?
The weird heat
in the
signature
clouds.
that came through the cloud and back in.
Well, look, it's right there. Do you see that?
It's in the middle right quadrant.
I'm going to actually zoom in now for you guys. Here we go. Sound effects worked it too. You don't get that kind of stuff on other channels. I'm just saying, you know. So there you go. There's our original right here, tracking in. And then watch this. Right out of the cloud. And then gone. You see that? I should get it to you a little bit better here. Hang on. Let's do this. Here we go. It's a little bit embossed on this. That way you can see these little guys a little bit better. So just right about there. Okay. Look at this. There's your original. Coming in, and all of a sudden, so there's actually an object there. I don't know what it is. I don't know how that's happening. No clue how that's happening.
It just appears and then it's not.
Well, it does, and it almost looks identical to this one over here. That's the weird part. And it's almost like for a second they're existing at the exact same time. They're even moving almost the same way, but not really. Because if you look at it,
yeah, the one on the left is making a left-hand banking turn, and the other one is moving, in and out of the cloud.
Yeah, and she tried to catch that one, but there was no more to it. It was just gone. But there's a bird, by the way. See it? See the wings flapping?
Yep.
See that? That's how we know that's a bird.
Pat says, this makes me realize how badly I need to clean my monitor. And Anita said, Pat, just lick it clean.
Yeah. So there you go.
Angie said that she saw some weird lights in Braxton County when she worked there. It's a pretty common event, it seems, in Braxton County, going all the way back to prior to the Flatwoods Monster.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like we get some really weird stuff out that way, right? This also occurred, while we were running a spectrum analyzer. You might want to, address that, because that did happen. I mean, I don't know if it's any correlation whatsoever, so I'm not going to say that, but we did catch a signal at that point, and then it just kind of disappeared. So I'm going to find some more here. It's a bird. There's a bird. Okay, bird's out of the way. All right.
So what do you guys think of that one?
Yeah, what do you think? What's your vote on that one, boys and girls? What do you think we're looking at?
Donahoe says, are there two or just one so fast that it appears as two? It is two separate
things. Yeah, two separate heat signatures, which is very strange.
Ashley Hilt's in the house. What's going on, Ashley?
Welcome. We're looking at weird little videos.
Larry Ho says, interesting.
It is.
Julie Bug says UAP. It is definitely unidentified. I can give you that much.
It is definitely unidentified, and it's some kind of object. I just don't know what. Let's see
Pat says, is it possible that one is a reflection
No.
off of the cloud of the heat of the original? No, they're actually not moving in the same kind of pattern. If they were mirrored, then it would probably be easier to look at that and maybe think that one would be mirrored, but one is above the cloud, the other is below the cloud.
One went through the cloud.
Right.
You
Well, it's either above or it either went. Yeah. The one was above the cloud bank and banked in behind it and came out the other side. The other one came out of the cloud and back in.
Yeah, which is weird. It just kind of poked its head out and was like,
Yep.
I'm going back.
So you have two totally different movement patterns. Otherwise it would have been possible to rule that, especially if they were both doing like one of those motions.
Yeah. If that would have been like directly underneath that cloud bank, sure, that could be absolutely could be a thermal reflection. No question about that. But when you get something that's doing some weird stuff like that, no. And I've got another one. Let me find it.
Frank Beverly, thanks for commenting, joining the chat.
Hey, welcome.
Very interesting.
Here, I've got one right here. I'm going to go ahead and splice this over here.
The Men in Black said that was swamp gas reflected off the light of the Venus, and definitely just an optical illusion. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. That's what it was. Now these happen very, very quick. That's the thing that, unfortunately is the problem with these kind of sightings. And they're there. I mean, this is only with thermal. You're not going to see this by just looking up in the sky. That is not going to happen.
Invisible to the naked eye.
It's completely invisible to the naked eye. So let me turn this one off, and I'm going to get us another one right here. Okay, here we go. Let's go back in here, and let's go to share screen.
Terry McCullough says, whatever it was hauling. Yes,
it was. Yeah, it was. All right. Welcome, you Instagrammers. I can see you over there. I'm just checking back every now and again. I'm trying to do like 3 or 4 things at once. But tonight we are doing live photo analysis. If you have anything, feel free to send it over to wildandweirdwv@gmail.com. And it'll either make it into this show or it may make it into the future shows. Let's see. Go to present. Share screen.
Remember, if you guys are hanging out watching the show, smash that like button for us on the video. We greatly appreciate it.
Definitely. Okay, so I'm going to play it at regular speed. This is at regular speed, and then we'll slow it down. That's a regular speed. And I want to ask you guys, what did you see? Let's do that. I'm just going to try to loop it here. What are you seeing? You see that one, right? You see this one up here? See this one up here? There's a bunch of them going on here, coming right out of the cloud. You can see it right there coming out of the cloud at the top. So we're going to go in and look at these a little closer because there's a bunch. There's some coming out of the cloud right in front of that one. And then watch this. This is cool. See that? It's backing it up and forward right there. Let's go in a little closer. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Let's add a little bit of our emballs to it because it helps us bring it out a little bit better. Okay, now watch this. Scrubbing forward. Do you see it? Scrubbing backwards. There they are beside each other. That's how fast it is in real time. So you can't really even track that. So let's go and do a speed of, say, 50%. Now we should be able to see it a little bit better. There it was. So that's 50% reduction, and it's still hauling. But that's not all. Let's back it up here, back this frame out a little bit. Can you guys see this okay?
Pat says that one's a fighter jet.
Okay.
The only problem with the fighter jet explanation is there was like no audio.
Well, we should be seeing really
if it was
strong
a fighter jet, you'd see a brilliant white hot.
I mean, I've got planes. I'll have to go find one. But yeah, we've got data sets for planes that we can pull up and show you. There we go. There's a contrast. I'm going to pull that up a little bit. That way we can see that thing. Because there's more stuff going on in the sky here than just those. And right here we see it. Can you guys see that? We've got multiple targets that just literally are appearing all around this, and then they just disappear. They're not there anymore. There's one right here. There's one right here. There's one right here. Like these are literally happening in milliseconds, and there's one at the top. I just seen that one right up here. So these things are like existing. Look at that bright one right up there. See it? This pops in up there on the right. Look at that. You can't see that unless you go frame by frame. There it is, back again. As we trace, chase the main object, there are other objects that are there. Let's pull this back out. I'll watch the whole frame now. Pull this back and let's go. See that? Let's go a little slower. Speed duration set 25%. Watch this. Now, what we know, all we know, is that that's not a bird. I don't think that's an insect. It appears to be pretty far up there. The cloud bank is right in here, and this one looks like it's coming right out of that cloud. That one right there, because you can kind of see it go through the middle there and pop out. So let me do a blend with, and we'll show you what I'm talking about. There's the actual cloud bank. See it? So it's popping right out of that cloud bank right there. You can see it right here. You'll actually be able to see it. Let's see, go in there a little bit. So it'll be right in here. You'll be able to see a little bit of translucence, and then it pops out of that cloud bank. Here we go. There it comes out of the cloud bank. A little bit of translucence, which is absolutely what you should see. And then boom, there it is, pops out in front of the cloud and gone. Back into the cloud bank at the bottom. So yeah. So what's your verdicts on those guys?
Well, Pat was saying fighter jet.
Yeah.
Eyes in the Wood says strange. Danny Buckner says looks like it's using the clouds to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Octopus says, do you guys attempt to flash lights or lasers or memes or something into the sky? Because I've seen lots of flashes after sending up an SOS in Morse code as a joke with friends.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later.
And then Julie Bug says, are some of the explanations of why we can only see these things with special instruments? What are some of the explanations?
Different frequencies, different wavelengths. Something that exists within the range of frequency that we can't see. We can only see from 350 nanometers to 700 nanometers. So you can't see below and you can't see above, right? So you've got to have special instruments that allow you to do that. And that's exactly what we've got going on here. We've got, heat. So that's what we're looking at. This is a heat source, which is pretty interesting. It's interesting data.
Then let's see. I'm trying to get this thing to load in.
No, you still working on that one?
No, I've got trackways. I'm trying to grab a it's not saving as a JPG this time. That's the
Oh.
problem with this one.
Okay. Well,
There's one specific image that I cannot get pulled from any
forward
of the
it.
websites that it's showing up on. It is a fighter jet on thermal to show what that looks like.
You can forward it over and or no, do what is it called? Hang on. It's the snipping tool. Use your snipping tool down your tools palette, and then it'll turn it into a JPEG or a PNG, and you can pull it over. That way you can just do a still frame. You can't get video, but you can get the still. Yeah, I've actually got somewhere around here. I'll see if I can find it. A jet photo or a jet thermal for you guys. Import. And you can really see the difference in that. So I think that's over here. Under
you can just see the jet trail like screaming.
Data, thermal UAPs. Let's see if that's it. That is not it. Okay. See, yeah, I think this is it. I'm just gonna pull this over here and let you guys watch it. Yeah, I think this is it. Scale it up because it's pretty hard to see. There's other things that you're going to notice about an aircraft too. Namely, its movement. The way aircraft moves is completely different. Okay, yeah, got it. All right, here's aircraft. Sometimes, if you're close enough, you can see the fuselage. But on this one, we're going to be looking at the heat signature as it's flying away from us. So,
LR said my family had a farm that sat on the border of Braxton, Calhoun, and Gilmer counties. When it got dark, it got dark.
Oh yeah,
and it was amazing to watch how much abnormal light movement that you would see at night.
Yep. Yeah, those dark sky areas are just amazing.
Yeah,
that
sounds like that was out there near Abra State Park too.
That right there. This is an aircraft. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. And you see that really strong lock on right there too. That means it's really warm. But you can also see its movement. Now that's not an aircraft flying through here. I don't know what that was, but that's an aircraft.
Trackway said, did anyone say the D word yet?
No, that was a bird. Or no, that's
Haley Sears had a wonderful time at the fair with you guys. Thanks for jumping in, Haley.
Hey, Haley's here, everybody. Welcome aboard. Hey, here's a great little bit of data set for you guys. Watch. Flying right here from left to right in a weavy pattern. It'll be going kind of like that. That's a bug. Insect right there. So that's the flight characteristics we look for insects.
Yep.
Everybody see that? Okay. That's what we're going to be looking for insects. There you go. There's a, what's that one? I think that might be a bird. Yeah, that's a bird. That's a bird. Again, you can kind of tell the way that they're moving. But what's really crazy about these things is that they're everywhere, literally everywhere. All you got to do is go out there, take your thermal and put it in the sky, and you're going to see something. Then you got to figure out what it is you're looking at. So that's what we have to do. At this point, we've got quite a little data set of thermal targets that we can compare things to, like I just showed you there. Like, oh, this is what a plane looks like. This is what a bird looks like. This is what an insect looks like. That is important. So anytime that we get like something like a bat or a bird of some type, it goes into that as well, because it's like, look, it could be this. But what we saw here in this one, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But it was really cool, like I said, to get out there and have these folks actually get to see this stuff, for themselves, and to actually experience it and not be made fun of. I'm not going to say, I'm going to give you an example. There were people there who had told us, you know, that they had literally had experiences. They told people about them. I think it was even their family members, and they were just literally told, no, it didn't happen. And that's not what it's about. You know, that's not how that's not what it's about at all. I just, when you dismiss that kind of stuff outright, this is what we're seeing in the research communities too. You know, oh, you caught an orb. Ah, well, that's a moth. That's a spider close to the lens on a web lit by the infrared that's blowing in the wind. Yeah, it's not. I mean, that's what, do you think we don't look at that first? You know, it's kind of like those people who were looking at the government stuff and they were telling the government what the UAPs were when they first came out. It's the same thing. It's like, do you think that they didn't think about that? I mean, I guess some people don't, but we do. And I think that's, you know, that's just what we do though. So when someone tells you they've seen something, just listen to them. You just never know what's going to happen.
All right, let's go. Pat was saying that what you filmed was a commercial jet, and fighters are faster and higher altitude. That is correct.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. If that was a fighter jet, Pat, it was going Mach speed. I don't know what
Jesus,
that thing was.
as we like to say.
I don't know what that thing was. I don't know what it was doing. But you know, is it possible? Sure, it's possible. I'm not gonna say it's not. But and again,
so I just snagged a screenshot real quick.
Okay.
Now, mind you, at a farther altitude where we were, we would still see this thing as a speck. However, there would be an absolutely blaring white hot tail end like
there should be. There should be. Like that top one.
See the thermal stream behind it?
Yeah.
That is what a fighter jet should look like, especially moving at those kind of speeds and at that altitude, because at that altitude it's much colder up there, so the heat signature is going to actually contrast way brighter. You're going to see a whole lot more trail behind it. It wouldn't just be a sphere.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, because you would have that thermal trail that leads
You'd have
out.
a thermal trail behind it.
You should. Yeah, absolutely.
Bob Daddy's here. What's going on, Ike?
Ike, everybody. Okay.
Tony says Keel and Barker agreed that no matter how we interpreted their experiences, people were seeing something.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think that's the best way to put it. So, yeah. We're around.
See you later, Deuster.
Later, buddy. Let's look at what, do you have anything on your end?
Yeah, I've got Trackways thermal.
Go ahead with that. I'm going to load this, get this one ready in the
here we go
over here. Submissions.
So we're looking at this. There's a filter added, but you can see a mass right there. I believe that's the target area that we're supposed to be looking at. It's going to be there on the left-hand side of the screen. It's a really dark blob. Trackway, do you want to walk us into this one? Where you use it looks like you're using white hot as your settings.
That's not the right one.
That says it's hard to say just because the distance and the fidelity of commercially available thermal imaging devices.
Uh-oh. Where is that at? Yeah, I'm trying to find this image and I lost it. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I got it. Open. Okay. You there?
Yep.
Okay, making sure I'm
so
not.
Pat said it's hard to say because of the distance and the fidelity of commercially available thermal imaging devices.
I would say that's probably accurate. Yeah. Okay. And you know, it's kind of the argument.
Trackway says it's the shadow that passes left to right in the thermal video. I'm going to play that again for you guys.
Here, I got to see it. Hang on. I haven't watched it. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. I think I see what they're talking about. Was it that part before the camera goes back to the right? Is that what we're looking at?
Trackway says it was in Western New York.
Okay.
And then it says when a cold human-shaped figure steps in front of me from the left. So play that for you guys again. Oh yeah, I see that cold.
Yeah. Huh.
That's weird.
It is weird. Send that forward that mail over here so I can pull that in to the program.
Okay.
We'll take a look at that in frame by frame, see what we got there, because that's interesting.
So what's everybody else thinking out there? Let's beat the silence.
Yeah. What's going on? Remember, there are no wrong answers on this. No one knows what that is, typically.
And all right, you should have it, Ron.
I'm checking. Oh, nothing yet.
Lisa says definitely something there right beside the shadow. Jen says if you stop it when the shadow comes in, it looks like a head and shoulders. We can do a frame by frame once Ron gets that in the
yeah, I'm looking for it.
Adobe.
It's not coming through.
LR says I think I see it. It looks like a head and shoulders.
Oh, here it is. I see it. Okay, so grab any of these.
That says looks like a Rorschach test.
Does any of these work, or is there a certain one?
They're all the same.
They're all the same. Okay, got it.
They're just different color palette, like
Okay.
Filters put over it.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take a look at it. Import.
Donna says the Predator.
Right. Okay, I got it.
Trackway says use the black and white. So use the first one in the
okay,
email.
I got it. That's the one I pulled, coincidentally or not. All right, got that. Okay, here we go. Let me share. Present and share screen. And here we go. Everybody see that? Good there? I'm going to play it. That's full speed. So I'm going to scrub back. So we're going to go forward. And well, where about does that take place? Right here? Is it right there?
Right there.
It's right there, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So hold that. Let's see. See if we can make out anything on that. Huh. I can't tell what that is. Can you?
No, I can't. It
Yeah.
is clearly it's either there's two things that could have happened, like from a outside interference sort of effect, and it would be something electrical, something with the software, or it could have been like a cold breeze.
Yeah.
But in June, we didn't have any of those
Yeah.
anywhere on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's kind of weird. I can give you that one. We do have cooler tree limbs or leaves there and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't know. What are you guys thinking out there? You tell us what you think. We're just going to show it to you and you figure it out. I'm not sure what that is. That would be a hard one to call.
Angie says so a cold breeze can show up on thermal if the atmospherics are that different from one another. Yeah, 100%.
It's got to be contrasting though. Yeah. No, Instagram disconnected, but that's okay. It's something I don't have to watch. So that's fine.
Instagram is disconnected.
Yeah. That's fine.
Jen says when we watched it on the big screen and start and stop it, it's definitely head and shoulders.
Is it still working?
Angie said, I see the shadow and something moves behind the trees. This is a creepy video. Now, what's moving behind the trees could be parallax effect.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, it could totally be.
Larry Ho says vape ghost.
Nah.
Yeah, and it could have been a vapor. Like realistically, I know Larry says vape ghost being a joke, but that vapor would be cooler than the atmosphere. Trackway said it was the start of a very strange night.
Oh, yeah.
Tony says I'd have to see that on a much larger screen than my phone.
Yeah.
Pat says I'm still not seeing anything.
There we go. And what is our next one? We have, let me find it. Yeah, I can't really bump it up anymore. We're going to go into complete pixel, pixel land, and then everybody's going to see all kinds of stuff that ain't there. So
yeah,
we don't want to do that. Next one is actually a photo. So let me scale this up a little bit. It's going to be hard to do. I don't know if I can do it in this. Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm going to have to.
BF Bud, was you vaping at the time, Jen?
That ain't working. Let me go over here.
Pat said, I'm looking on a 27-inch monitor and it's not helping me, Tony.
Let's look over here.
Finding the Trackway said that's being kind about that night, referring to how it started off to a strange night.
Really? Okay, I see some images here.
Jen says no, she wasn't near Trackway at that time.
There we go.
Trackway says Jen was about 100 yards or more away.
Oh, wow. No, that's not that one. Let me find the other one. Live stuff, y'all. Sometimes this is how it goes down. Okay. There we are. I got it now.
Pat said vape clouds would also be warmer than the ambient air.
I would think. I would think they would be. Okay. So this one, we have something that triggers a game cam is what we're going to be looking at. And then we've also got in the bottom, we've got a animal there as well. But there's a light that shows up in one of the frames. That's what we're looking at. So let me find it. 26, 22. Okay. 22. Yeah. 21, 22 is right there. 21, 26 is right there. Okay. Here we go. I got it. Lined up and ready. And we are now sharing. Okay. Got that. We have a deer. Everybody agrees that's the deer, right?
It's a not deer.
It could be. I don't know.
Put a red circle on it.
It might be. It could be a, yeah, that could be a not deer. Anyway, so the time frame here, 21, 22. See that?
Yep.
Okay. This is 21, 26. Our deer's gone, but there's a bright thing just off the screen, and there's no one's near this. There's no reason for this to be lit up. It's like there's a infrared type light source out here. You can almost see it kind of light in the background up too. I don't know if you can notice that or not. Let's see if I can bring that out a little bit without causing too much issues. But see that back there in the background? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like it's lighting that background up just a little bit. It shouldn't be, but that's what it looks like.
So this was from yesterday?
8/7, yeah. There we go. There, I can kind of fade it in and out. That way you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, you see that? So something's kind of lighting that area up back in there, and there's a really bright flash off to the side, and this was triggered after the after this guy leaves, like 4 minutes after. And what we can see here, notice what we can see here. The infrared emitter is on this in this photo. It's not on in this photo. Did you catch that?
Right. Well, it wouldn't have been the moon lighting up the back. It's an hour after the dark time, so it should have been dark. So knowing where, do we know where this camera is located?
We can find it. Yeah. It's interesting. There's a 2-degree temperature difference too. I don't know if you caught that or not.
4 minute pass.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, it could be a breeze though.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Something definitely triggered that camera. What? Yeah, I have no idea.
Pat says, what kind of game camera is this? According to...
Can you make it out?
It's blurry.
Yeah, can't make that out. I can find out for you though. We can definitely get that information.
And it's got a high resolution because even this coming off of somebody's phone.
Yeah.
Like that picture of the deer is pretty clean.
Oh yeah, it's really clean for a cam. So yeah, it's there. Let's see if I can find where it's at for you guys. Let's see.
Larry said, so the camera thinks it's daylight.
Right. Right. That's kind of what it seems like, right?
So could it have been some kind of UV light source?
I mean, there's nobody out there, but yeah, could be. Let's see. It is near.
I got approximate location.
You got it?
Yeah. And it still should have been too dark at that point there at that map spot.
So we shouldn't have.
That in that first picture, there's no reason for it would have to have thought technically that it was like daylight, unless that was some kind of UV light.
Yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that one. I thought it was kind of, last
night we just had like
we did
sliver of moon. So
I
it wasn't moonlight doing it.
I wish we just had a little bit more, to that side. If we could have seen that side just a little bit better, we wouldn't, maybe we'd have caught what was in the sky or whatnot at that point, But yeah, I thought that was a really
Trackley brought up something. He said, "Oh, a flashlight tricking the camera into thinking it's daylight, and it is ginseng stealing season."
Ooh, look at you thinking.
That's
a
very
good theory.
Good idea, especially in the region that this was in.
Yeah, that's a really good theory. We'll definitely take that theory. I was seeing was getting the moon.
From now till October 1st is ginseng poaching.
There you go.
Yep. I didn't even think about that. Normally I'm not thinking what time of month it is. I'm always thinking like middle of August.
I mean, it could be. So we're going to put that into the maybe possibility.
Yeah.
That sounds believable to me.
But that deer moved in 2 minutes later.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
I wouldn't think it would do that after a person.
That fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the photo was the person walking out, It's weird with the deer.
Yeah.
Larry says need more data. Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
100%. Yeah, 100% need more data on that.
And depending on, ginseng's easy to spot because of the berry.
Sure.
So if they're using a small flashlight,
do they fluoresce?
They could have been 30, 40 feet away from the camera to the opposite side.
Do they fluoresce by any chance? Have we ever tested that?
I've never tested that. That's one plant that I never came across when I was using the long
See, I wonder if they fluoresce. If that is, then there's your UV source. There could have been someone doing exactly that, looking for something with a UV flashlight. Because certain plants do fluoresce. So yeah, I could totally see that being a possibility. Doesn't mean that's what it is, guys. It just means that that's a very good possibility to what that could be. I think that has to go on the table for sure.
Yes, it will glow a red orange under a black light.
There you go. I would say that there's a very good possibility that that's what you're seeing. I had no idea it did that.
Yep, I just looked it up. It'll glow an orange red.
Okay. Well, there you go. And we can see that glow. It looks, it's kind of a dimish glow. So let me pull it back up here. Let's see it again. See, back up here, Windows. Guys, stick around because we have a very interesting story, the account that I'm going to read off here in just a little bit from one of you guys. And it's one of those that'll make your head spin a little bit, probably. It involves our old buddy Indrid Cole. Okay, so look at that glow right there, Joe.
Yeah.
See how dim that is? That would be consistent with the ultraviolet light, I would think. Showing up on the UV.
Yeah.
Like off at the distance. And it could possibly even explain some of this glow we're seeing back here in the background. Like it could be lighting that area up. I don't know. Just something to think about. I mean, I don't know. It's wild though.
Trackway said ginseng poachers is why I put my trail cams 9 feet up.
9 feet up.
Not a bad idea.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, well, there you go. That's
Pat did bring up my game cram changes temperature by a couple degrees in a couple seconds with the slightest of breezes. Yeah,
the
that's what I
camera
brought up
itself.
earlier. A slight breeze can cause
Okay.
it to kick down.
Well, there you go. So we've pretty much got the temperature change and a pretty good possibility as to what we're looking at right there as far as that light goes. So, and it makes sense. So again, don't know exactly what it is, but we have to look at that as a definite possibility as to what that may have been. What's your verdict, guys and girls out there in the audience? Wild weirdos and weirdettes, speak up. Let's see what we've got over here in.
Ashley says, Indrid cold. Who's that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me go over here for a second.
Franco said they got 4 of my cameras one year. That's why I started hiding them up where people don't look.
Are you serious?
That is one place that people generally don't look, is up when they're out walking through the forest.
Anytime, actually. Yeah, they don't look up. That's a fact. All right, I'm over here. I want to check our stats and see where you fellows and fellowettes are at. And looks like our viewership is pretty good. We need some more comments, it looks like, and some more reactions from you guys. Yeah, that's what we need. The algorithm's not seeing you too much right now. We gotta get that changed. We gotta get that moving. So start smashing your likes and start commenting. Where's Adam at? I don't know where Adam's at. He's usually right on this stuff. Never have to ask with him. Adam, did you fall asleep? By the way, Adam has been promoted to a moderator over on the Wild and Weird UFO and whatever chat page, the group over there on Facebook. He's going to be helping us to keep track of things and make sure everything goes smooth as we approach the I think it's like 5,000 people mark at this point. So which we could have been a lot higher if we would have just accepted anybody. We just didn't do that. We keep a tight watch on it to make sure that you guys have a fun experience and a safe experience over there as experiencers. So yeah.
Adam, I'm a mod.
You are a mod. Yeah, we've got 5,000 reactions. That's good. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. It looks pretty good. 586 chat messages right now. So yeah, let's keep it rocking. Okay, so do you have anything else? Is it on my end at this point?
Hang tight. Well, entertain the good people, Ron. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so let's see what else we have out there as far as accounts goes. You guys, please, if you have anything that you want to share, now's a good time. You can either message us, or you can send it over by the mail. There's let me find the mail banner. It's here somewhere. Da, 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 da. It's been a while since I've used this thing, so bear with me. Joe usually runs this. So where's it at? Is this it? I don't know if it's it or not. I have story share. Let's see if this is it. Da, 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 da. Ah, found it. There we go. Yeah, if you have anything that you want to share, just send it over right there right now. We're checking these things out, making sure that that we can get everything out for you guys and let you watch it. Just don't overuse the heart button. We can all go to YouTube jail. There you go, LR. You guys are pretty well in there as far as not jail, but you're pretty well in the realms of it now. So it's all good. You're staying up as far as the algorithm's concerned. I mean, it's 586 chat messages with a lot of reactions. So you're doing really good. Just spread them out. Just spread them all out. I'm not really sure what all it looks for. No one is. interactions, basically. When we say something and we get an interaction, that's when it gets excited. Anita, let me see. I sent you a couple of videos. Did we go over those yet? I don't know. Let me go look. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, you guys hang on one sec. I'm going to go check the mail real quick, and I shall return. Inbox. Let's see. I don't see any here. Don't. Wait. I know. There's one. Hang on. I know what you're talking about. I got it. You're right. I forgot that one. Yes. Know exactly which one you're talking about. And let's see. Where is it at, though? That's a good question. Should be able to find it right here. So open up. Found it, I think. Is it the outdoor one? I think that's it, right, Anita? I think it's the one that's in traffic. If that's the one that I'm thinking about, let me know. Oops, daylight. One that was huge by the church. Where is that at? Let me see. I got the glittery one. I'm pretty sure because you're pointing at it. So I can show that one right now, and I can find the other one. So let's go right in here. Make the screen a little bigger. I want to see if this is the one you're talking about. Okay. Let's see over here. And let's go to Gmail for a second, real quick. And we're going to check again. Anita Allen. There we go. I see this one. Okay. There's a JPEG. Here's one. This is JPEG. Okay. See a lot of JPEGs. I'm looking for film. I remember that one. We've seen that one. Got that one. It's one we're getting ready to watch. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. All right. Here we go. Where'd you guys go? There you are. All right. So, going to present now. Here we go. All right. Can you guys see that? Just going to go ahead and hit play on this. And we can see it there, kind of glimmering in the sky. Moving along. But let's go in a little closer. So let's find it right here. Go in here. Over this way. Down just a little bit. And we'll see if we can get it at any point, if we can find a focus lock on it. Let's see if we can get a little bit better image, because it is so far off. And this is one of those things that we really deal with all the time as far as it goes, because we'll all see it. We'll see people blow these images up really huge, and you really can't see anything after they do it because of, pixelization. So let's go in here real good. Sometimes we can get the data we need, but other times we cannot. So we can actually see that's a physical object, of course. There's a darker underside that you can see right there really well, actually. And then it glints right in the sun. It's really catching sunlight right there. And then it just kind of continues to wobble around in the sky. and catching light. So let's see if we can do this. Let's try 200%. Pull it over here, and I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work because it may not be able to do it, but we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna see if we can stabilize this thing. Sometimes it takes a little bit of power to do that, though. So, and I'm using a lot of power on processing right now, so we'll see if this will do it. Let's see, warps. So let's use this a warp stabilizer and pop that on this thing. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, it's analyzing. Okay, we'll let that run for just a second. And as soon as that gets done, we will see what we can get it to do. Okay, let's see. Cropping frame stabilize. All right, so let's set this to stabilize and crop. Let's see if that works. Stabilizing smooth. Huh. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Does not appear to be working. For some reason, I cannot stabilize this one. Okay. Let me go to about 70%. Nope, can't do 70. Let's try 29%. Nope. Almost. Okay, let's go here. Creative.
All right, I'm back.
Let's grab some sharpness. Pull that up a little bit. There's our object trucking along in the sky. And it's doing some strange things as it goes. And I think that's the end of it. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, there's that one. That's pretty weird. Yeah, that's a pretty weird one. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Anita said that's the same place as the sunset one I sent photos of, and the location several UFO reports were headed toward.
Okay. I know where that, yeah. Yeah, we've actually seen that one before. The sunset one. It's right. Let's find it. See if I see it again. I had a folder for all your stuff. Let me see. I think it's right here. And in focus, submissions. Let's see. It's in this one or not. Well, maybe it's not in that one. I thought it was in that one. It's not. But yeah, I know which one you're referring to. We did do that one. I just don't know why it's not here. Well, that's weird. Oh well. Yeah. Not sure. Not sure where that went. Why it's not there. It should be there. All right, guys. So what
did you see Frank Beverly's comment about, did you find anything else about the Polaroid pic?
No, I did not see that, actually.
It's aside from the date on the back of the photo not corresponding with the written date on the
Yeah.
front.
I
Those
don't.
are that was about as far as we went.
Yeah, I don't know that. It's tricky. That's a tricky one. I don't necessarily think that that was what it was portrayed to be. I think it was definitely not the person's hoax. I don't think they did it. I think someone in
Yeah, just
in the
there.
past was, I mean, it could have been like I said, like a movie prop or something somebody made for a student film, something like that. I mean, easily. It was within the right frame of use for some of the early CG stuff. So, I think View Despre, I was using it back then, and it could pull off images, something like that. It'd be easy to do, be really easy to do. And the date code doesn't match at all. It actually says that it was after the date that was on it. So there's definitely a inconsistency with that. So I am now checking this one that Lisa sent over. So let me open up Photoshop. And I promise we'll get to that Indrid Cold story because it's really cool. Okay.
Anita said they seem to pop up by transfer stations, General Electric, Roanoke Electric, Steel, which recycles along with one of the main roads.
Oh, wow.
Pat says, could it be a drone?
It honestly doesn't look like one. I know that that's the easy answer, but it honestly doesn't look like a drone, just the way that thing's moving. It's flashing. It's catching too much light. If it's a drone, someone painted it with chrome.
Reflective paint.
Yeah. And the bottom of it's not reflective. I don't know if you caught that or not. It just doesn't seem as reflective. Okay, so let me get this. This is one that, I'll crop that out because I don't want, this was from a tree farm, looks like. Okay, and it's a photo. And I know what the consensus already is on this, but I'm going to show it anyway. So here we go. This is from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for submitting this. So we're going to check this out. Here we go. All you new folks that are here, if you haven't, been here before, you're free to speak, to talk about any of this stuff. You throw out your, own theories as to what we're looking at. There are no right or wrong answers as far as it goes. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is the one, Lisa. All right, cool. It's near an old graveyard, also close to the West Penn Ghost Town Trail, place called Gas Center, Dilltown, Pennsylvania. And we are now going to go to share. There we go. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see it okay? So, yeah. First of all, this right here, most people would be like, oh, that's just a green lens flare. But I'm going to tell you why it's not a green lens flare. I don't think it is. I just see this kind of a 3D look to this thing, which shouldn't be there. There's a little bit more dark in it than there should be, because what we should see if this is a 3D lens is if it's a lens flare from the, the green lens flare from the iPhones. We should be able to see almost an identical kind of thing going on up here. And
you see the same pattern in darkness.
I don't necessarily see it. I mean, could it be? Looks like the Fantastic Four was up here. I can see the 4 up here in the sky. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not what this is. And I can't match up any of these little cloud areas right here in this bright. And this is where it would be. It would be right in this area because you would be seeing a reflection of that. That's not what we're seeing, though. We're seeing what looks to be a weird three-dimensional object. But look at this around it. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Can you make that out? Because let me
Yeah. It
bring it
looks
out.
like a funnel almost.
Well, it looks like a haze. You see that? It's the same color. It's just a little bit different. There. You can kind of see it right here in the square. You can actually see it on the little one too. It's like a haze that's around this thing. And it's not present over here or over here. It's just right in this region. It looks almost like a plasma. See that?
Yep.
Isn't that wild?
Pat asks, is it an edited image?
As far as I can tell, it doesn't appear to be an edited image. Could it be? Sure, it could be. I don't have the original, Pat. This was shared from I think a Facebook post. If I had the original, I could be able to look at the EFX data and tell you, one way or the other. But with this one, I cannot. I mean, it could be. I'm not going to say it's not, but I don't know. I think the best thing to answer on this one is we need more data. We would need the original image, this one over here, and we would need to check the data that's on that image. And if we check the one on this one, I don't believe we're going to find it. So
there you go, Angie.
File info. See, yeah, it doesn't really. Hang on. EFX version, pixel dimensions are 1334 by 750. So this tells me it's a copy. Yeah, because if that would be actually from the actual camera, we would see a much larger resolution. And this is a 1334 by 750, which means it's been cropped. That's not normal. And this is just telling us what color profile it's using. It's using an Apple wide color profile. So that doesn't give us, unfortunately, anything. But if we had the original image, we could pull that up right there and we'd be able to check it and see if that was like
Mothman 46 says, I have a friend that you met at Monster Fest who used to paint high tension towers and they'd see ball lightning often.
Mm-hmm.
That does look like it is near the power lines.
Mm-hmm.
It's between two poles.
But
is that electricity or telephone?
That's plasma. I mean,
Yeah.
That is plasma. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think that's the safe answer is I don't know what that is. We would need definitely more data. There's what it's from, but we were thinking Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Somebody's using a spirit bomb.
Yeah. Those look like, those look like they're not high tension.
They look like telephone poles. Yeah, they're definitely not high tension.
Yeah, they're not high tension.
They're thin. They're the wooden toothpick poles.
But I'll say this: when I saw ball lightning the first time, it wasn't a high tension line either. It was just it was an ordinary power line, and it was on a stormy night, and I could see them they were just following the lines, just riding them along. But it's not stormy either, I don't think.
Based off of there's some dark clouds,
but it's not really stormy, is it? We've got sun.
This could be a big thunderhead.
I guess it could be. So
as dark as that is in the back, like we can't see what's going on behind it.
No, we can't.
It could be. It could technically with the proximity to those power poles or telephone poles. See, those still look like telephone poles.
I think they are.
I don't think they're power.
And this is close. This isn't back there. This isn't a gigantic ball. I think this is closer. Yeah, it's like closer to the camera right here. Man, I wish we had the original image of this. We could tell we could just tell so much more from it. The focal length and all that would tell us where this is pointing toward. Like this is definitely a.
Lisa said that was an old abandoned trailer park is what used to be there. So those were. That's multi-use poles. So you're talking telecom and electrical.
Yeah, these are just old residential power poles. Then I wonder if they even work still.
They might not even. Do they even have copper run on them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't make that out. It's too far away. But yeah, that's something right there. That's wild. That's a very cool image. That's a very cool image, I think. So I think the verdict on this one's probably going to be that could possibly be something like a plasma discharge. If we could prove that there was storms in the area, we could probably say, yeah, that's probably a candidate for ball lightning or something similar. But I don't know for sure. It's really a cool one, though. It's a very, very cool image. Yeah, it's a really cool image. So,
Trackway says ground flash. Does the wire go to the ground?
You can't make it out.
Yeah, it's too far back to be able to tell anything.
Yeah, we can't make it out. If we could
screenshot,
if we could see that, man, we could definitely tell a little bit more about that.
Larry Potter said it looks like it's in the tree line. I think it was a little bit closer than the tree line though, because there's more definition almost on that.
Oh, we got some more stuff that just came through. Look at that. So we've oh, this is cool. This is a video from Trackway, which is very cool. This is from the bunker. You guys,
workshop.
I'm going to save that and make sure that you guys can go watch that. That is very cool.
Yeah, he was he wanted us to scrub through to find the eyes, but that's like it's going to take a minute.
Scrub through to find the eyes.
Yeah.
Do you know where they're at? Like what?
Yeah. Do you know what the timestamp is for that?
What the timestamp is? I can scrub through it and do a screen capture on that if we know the timestamp. I'll look at you, wild and weird time in West Virginia. We'll let that slide because we like you.
What's that?
It's the title, Wild and Weird Time in West Virginia. That's hilarious. Nice. I love it. That's so cool. Thank you.
The place I used to hunt was a TVA main power line cut. Sometimes in the morning walking, you could feel the energy in the air. No doubt.
We've been playing
those high tension lines that run through areas like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy is what it is. Well, while you're doing that, I am going to pull this story up and get it ready to read to you guys because it's really cool. All right, Lisa, be sure to tune back in later and remember where you're at because you're going to want to hear this story. It's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Dun, 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 dun.
Mothman 46 said his theory is an insect would get close enough to get zapped and the plasma would float or fall away off the high tension lines.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to get this open. Bear with me. Okay, got it. Close that and pull this over here. All right, this is gonna be a long one, so y'all just bear with me. It's really cool though. Get here, we can see it. All right, here we go. So
Trackway said it starts at 7:17.
Okay. All right, bookmark that so I can come back to that. We'll grab that. So this story,
for story.
Yeah, this was sent in by one of our viewers. I'm going to keep names out of it. Excuse me. Just because it's what we promise. It's what we're going to do. So let me find where it starts. Okay, so someone had mentioned on one of the previous episodes about having an Indrid cold type incident and was like, hey, can you send that in? So yeah, they did. And this is how it goes. Basically, I don't know whether Indrid Cold being in this area is related or not, but the Indrid Cold thing was happening to my neighbors who lived 2 doors down from me. They were a hippie couple with a toddler age daughter. It was 1981, as I recollect. It happened in the same place where a big UFO event took place several months earlier, when hundreds of reports came in from different counties. MUFON was they actually contacted me. I believe I mentioned this in a comment on the program as well. So I don't know if there was a connection or not. So it's just a little weird. So we're going to call this person Susan. Susan, as she was called, and John, their daughter Gloria, lived 2 doors down from me in an apartment complex. They often talked about weird things that I didn't understand, like, quote, the others. These are Adam's people. Okay. It was like they lived in a different reality. Well, one day, John, running across the parking area with Susan walking along behind him, he ran to their car, and with a screwdriver, he scratched Indrid Cold on the back of the truck lid in giant letters. Then he just wandered off. At first, from a distance, I thought it said Inri, and I thought of the cross with Jesus. But once I got closer, I saw what it said, Indrid Cold, and I didn't know what the words meant. So Susan was still standing there. I asked her, "What does Indrid Cold mean?" She said, "Oh, it's just a friend of his that comes to see him." Other than pondering the name, I didn't think any more about it, except for that John never came back, was never seen again. I asked her about him a few times, and she just said, "He's out somewhere." It was just odd, really odd. So then decades later, I was watching a TV show, Unsealed Alien Files, and there they were talking about Indrid Cold. Automatically, I wondered if John's friend, Indrid Cold, was the same Indrid Cold that visited Woody Derenberger. Then I saw the Mothman prophecies with Richard Gere. And although I knew movies take great liberties with stories and exaggerate them, yes, they do. There
Quite,
was still
quite a
no,
bit.
just yeah, quite a bit. There was still some Indrid Cold elements to that storyline, although I didn't know what the actual truth was. Later, on another occasion, I saw Woody Derenberger's daughter interviewed about her father and Indrid Cold. That's basically it. It was a lasting impression on me seeing John do such a radical thing, and I've wondered sometimes what ever happened to him. Anyway, I was talking to my brother about this just now and just remembered when John did that, he actually shouted, Indrid, Indrid, several times, almost in a joyful, celebratory way. Just super weird. Yes, it is.
That is weird.
Isn't that wild?
It's wild and weird.
It's wild and weird indeed. So that is a very interesting story, and I want to thank you guys for sharing that. That was something. Now we have to ask, what?
Yeah.
What?
Did John go to Lanulos?
Yeah, what? I
And never
mean,
come back.
so many questions we have.
Yeah.
After I read this, I'm like, wait a minute. This is amazing. Just for the simple fact that who knows? What happened there? It's his friend who comes and sees him. I mean, and I want to make this clear. The person who sent this had no clue at the time what this meant. No idea who Indrid Cold was. None of that. And it wasn't until years and years later that she put 2 and 2 together.
Ashley Hilt says, I wouldn't doubt Indrid has curated other friendships here. Allegedly, there were people from Earth who went to Lanulos and decided to stay.
You blame them? I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd send me to a nudist colony right now.
Oh, Lord. You don't have to go to Lanulos for that, okay?
If you could go to Lanulos, would you come back?
That's a tough one.
Anita Allen said, "Oh, that's weird. I knew a guy who drank warm beast. I don't know what beast is. The beer yeast."
Mm.
So, how many of you guys, we're coming up here at the 2-hour mark, and we need to address the Mothman in the room
Mothman, where? They're
on Netflix.
there.
They're happy there.
Yes, we believe they are too. Milwaukee's best. So yes, it is.
Terrible beer. That's why I don't know what it is.
That's what it is. Apparently Adam wants to go to Lanulos, so
yeah, take me now to Lanulos.
I don't know, Donna. I don't know what could have happened to John. This is the greatest story that just will never be finished, apparently.
I'm telling you, Lanulos. He went on a 20 and back and didn't back.
I mean, apparently that's how you do it. You scratch the name in a car while screaming it out loud joyfully, and you wander off into the woods and just disappear. Right.
Indrid, cold. Aha. I mean, it'd work.
I mean, it could.
It's a really wild story, though. Jokes aside, like that's a very interesting story.
I find it amazing.
Yeah,
because
especially with the individual not having any kind of knowledge of Indrid Cold prior.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think that it's one of those situations to where, when I contact Indrid, I'll demand answers about John. There you go, Ashley. Let's see if we can solve this mystery. Maybe you can help solve this mystery. But in reality, we do know that these things are interacting in weird ways with people. And I'm not going to say that the dude didn't experience something. That's a straight up at this point, because we've seen things and it makes you question reality itself. So, it depends on how much of a hippie they were. It wouldn't take too much to push them over the edge.
Mothman 46 said, "Come on, Joe. I partied at WVU in the 90s. The beast was aplenty." See, I being ex-military, I never heard it called the beast. It's crazy because I knew all about all of the terrible beers that were out there and all their nicknames. I never heard it called the beast.
So because you're from the other reality.
That must be it.
Yeah, you came through the portal.
Because especially going through culinary school, we had tons of different alcohols and stuff that we were, using. But anywho, the Mothman in the room. Yeah, everybody's seen the updated Mothman Revisited on Netflix from Unsolved Mysteries. Yes. Did anybody else here catch the reference to the Blackbird of Chernobyl?
Don't ruin it for them. I just want to hear how many people think it's real.
Right.
I'm watching the chat right now.
Oh man. Adam said, "Pants hold sand in the creases, naked 24/7, me and the cube just zipping everywhere." Ashers needs to sweeten the pot to bring Indrid in.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awful. Mothman 46 nailed that to the wall.
Chernobyl. That's why I called it Chernobyl.
Yep.
Chernobyl, because that story was fabricated for a movie.
Yeah.
And it was on record that it was fabricated for a movie.
Yeah.
And that record was in Mothman Legacy and by Small Town Monsters. You guys can go check it out. But for whatever reason,
he did it a few other times as well.
Oh yeah, he did it a few other times, but it's most notably go and watch Small Town Monsters Mothman Legacy. You can catch it there, as well as that guy over there telling his account of a Mothman like entity.
Oh, me. Yeah, I'm in that.
Yeah.
That's right.
And not talking about the Blackbird of Chernobyl.
No, I don't talk about the Blackbird of Chernobyl. I don't.
But yeah, it was it somehow weaseled its way in there. I don't know how, honestly, especially with all of the discrediting. Yes, Chernobyl was fabricated for the Mothman Prophecies movie. It was,
So here's something that you're going to get with Paranormal Horizons. That's one of our go-tos right there. And he's pretty good. He's really good, actually. He knows his stuff as far as a lot of the research goes. So he's on the panel, so to speak.
yeah.
There are others, yes, but we can't put everybody under the sun that we know, unfortunately, not yet. Maybe if we get another season, we'll do that. But yeah, we kind of try to make sure that some of the all the stuff, at least that we can verify, at least follows multiple validations. But when you run into something where someone has literally come out and said, I did that for a movie, you have to really look at that and say, well, we got to address that.
Yeah.
So we just did. Yeah, we just did.
I mean, we thought that, I personally thought that this was like a done story.
Long time ago.
Like, it's not been shared on the internet very frequently since Legacy came out. And yeah, but other than that episode was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So please, any publicity to Mothman Legacy or the Mothman Legacy, I call it that not because of the movie, but the Mothman Legacy is important because, I mean, look at what it's done for that town. So as long as there's a positive, buildup of, yay, wonderful, let's do that. But my biggest worry, and we're addressing this in our episode as well, is that these AI bots get a hold of some of this nonsense and spew it out. And the next generation grabs this and says, hey, guess what? I'll give you one today. I saw someone who said that today was the anniversary of the Gravedigger account.
Yes, the Gravedigger account. Absolutely not.
No. So I don't know if that source came from AI. I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is that it's up to us to set that stuff right. And I don't mean us, you and me. I mean us, the whole community, every single one of us that are out there who are, have our social medias, that have our outlets. We need to overshadow some of that stuff.
Mothman 46 says, look how far the Chief Cornstalk curse lie has circulated.
Well, you just never know.
Never know.
Never know about that one, Mothman 46. I'd stay tuned. Yeah. More data is needed.
And a lot of data has been found. I'm just gonna say
more data is needed. But yeah,
isn't that a monster truck? Yes,
yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, hey, good night, Danny. You have a good one, buddy. The stopping the spread of the misinformation, especially when it comes to these AI bots, like what Ron was talking about here in the near future, like for instance, Chat GPT, and things like that. When you ask them for, sources and citing information and things like that for topics of this nature, you want them to at least give the right dates, the right stories in the right way. I know it's AI and it's going to screw it up, but still pull away from the whole story that there's stuff there. Ashley says we'll be doing a Mothman Myths episode soon. All we can do is try to set the record straight on this stuff. Yeah, that really is. Mm-hmm. That's all you can do. Is try your best to set the record straight. Mm-hmm. We've worked with Jeff for many years on doing just that, because Jeff tries his best to keep the record straight on things. That's Jeff Walmsley at the museum.
It's pure evil. No.
That's so fun.
Inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke with us and Jeff. That's such a fun one though. Tony says, don't get me started on the cornstalk curse. I will not be able to stop.
No, you won't. So don't start. Don't start that.
We need to compare notes, Tony, because I've been on a bit of a kick there as well. Ashley says, here's what I'll say. One thing Tobias and I was excited to see is if any O'Hare workers would come forward to him, and nobody has. Those sightings just aren't real.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to, Ron. That's the thing, because I said it forever ago.
Well, I think we said it
we
because we were
we were there.
in Chicago.
We were in Chicago, and we talked to the people in Chicago, and they were like, "We've
They
never
didn't know
even heard
what.
what's Mothman."
No, they had no clue. They knew what Bigfoot was.
Yeah, they totally knew what Bigfoot was.
They
Had
knew
no
what
idea
Bigfoot
what
was,
Mothman was.
and a couple of them knew what the Flatwoods Monster was, but not a single one of those people knew
And that
what
was
Mothman
3
was.
consecutive years going to Chicago, trying to talk to people, and literally not one out of the thousands of people that we spoke with had any clue.
It was interesting. It was very interesting. I'll just say that,
Yeah,
and that
because we addressed that forever ago. It was like season 1 of Wild and Weird Radio. We talked about that and brought up the whole Chicago trips and stuff.
that happened before Wild and Weird Radio too.
It did. It happened before Wild and Weird was born.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Restore RTDS.
It was the first. It was the year before Wild and Weird
Yeah.
was born, and then 2 years after.
That's right. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what happened up there. I won't say that people didn't see something because I don't know. I wasn't there, but
LR's been listening to us in the Wayback Machine for real. He said, go check out Wild and Weird Radio way back machine, and they did a podcast on Mothman myths. We did, yeah.
you can quote that too. There's some stuff.
Yeah, feel free to hit some of those sources that we
Source
referenced there too, if you've not already seen it.
Yeah, it's I mean, you're gonna find the same stuff. Just validate each other. That's all we need to do. But yeah, it's just weird. Just because, again, Chicago isn't real.
Chicago isn't real.
It's a screen image, man. Sometimes when you're there, it seems like it is a screen image. But
yeah,
good food though. Good food.
Oh, yes.
Very good food. And maybe it was a screen image. Maybe that's what that little ice cream.
No, we did have a ton of UFO people talking.
We did have UFO people.
We did got
That's true.
We had some really good UFO reports from the area.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they were coming up to the table and they would tell you that stuff and Bigfoot, like I said, but that was it.
Adam says, I don't know. I was at the O'Hare a day or two before the sightings. I think people witnessed me running clear across the airport like a jackass.
It's very possible. That's very possible. Were you running from the cube or to it? That's the question.
LR reference back to the episode said Indrid Cold is Mothman. No.
It's this one right here. Please actually tear it to pieces when you get a chance. Just please. That one bothers me on a personal level.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I think that the cold legend, like I said, it needs a little more devoted to it. And I'm looking forward to filling that gap in, to be honest with you. Just a little bit, but it needs a whole thing. Like it doesn't, I don't know. It didn't get what it needed. It was just as important as any of these other early contact cases. And it just got shoved into the Mothman legend. It lives in the Mothman shadows.
Indrid Cold says, I am not Mothman.
Thank you. Thank you, Indrid. Thank you very much.
But yeah, it's one of these things, like you're going to get, if you listen to our stuff and you listen to Ashley's stuff, you're going to get authentic research.
Yeah. And
you're going to get sources that have been checked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And properly vetted before they're shared out.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where this one just came back thanks to the whole. It literally, it was just one blip, but I heard it and I was like, "Oh no,
not again!"
Because here it comes. That the folks on the internet are going to start the Blackbird of Chernobyl. Here it comes. Brace yourself.
Oh, it's going to be there. It's because those clips already exist. Now they're just going to dig them back up and everything's new on social media again.
Mothman 46 said, I am the Mothman in the larval fat doughy.
What in the world is wrong with you people?
He's a moth caterpillar.
Oh my gosh.
Caterpillar 46.
You guys are absolutely killing me. Ashley wants to be Mothman when she grows up. Okay, I support your decision. I completely support your decision. The only request I have is that you allow us to at least have some selfies with you. That's all.
Ashley says, I'm shocked they didn't mention the 9/11
I
one.
know.
Yet they mentioned basically every other one,
I know.
Fukushima and everything else.
Well, Fukushima was interesting because that was almost like a cover story. There were orbs and
there were orbs.
Yeah, lots. And there's some weird stuff that happened over there apparently too, as far as, radiation levels being dropped with some of these orbs. But, those people thought that those were their ancestors. They didn't think those were UAPs and UFOs. They said those are the spirits of our ancestors. And that falls into the whole consciousness thing, doesn't it? And who knows? I mean, I'm not even going to guess at this point. I'm afraid to. But I can tell you guys that we have some really amazing stuff that's coming up. Keep watching.
Oh man.
Want to do the like I said, be here, I guess, whenever the episode airs. It's Sunday. Would you say 2? Is that right?
Sunday at 2 is what I was seeing.
2 p.m. Eastern. We'll
and for those of the folks who just joined us, let's run that trailer one more time before we sign out.
Yeah, absolutely. Pull that up there.
I got her queued up. You ready?
Go ahead.
As we rounded the rock, I seen in front of us, I seen like a bluish white flash. 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, 6-7 minutes ago. Yeah, so we're 9:10, 9:15.
And about 10 minutes ago, I was starting to have a bit of a conversation with something.
And this thing vanishes into thin air. Literally followed us everywhere. And then as soon as we got up to it, it vanished.
You set the signal. Those guys contacted me on comms at that point and said we just had a radiation spike. We checked ours and we had the exact same radiation spike down here.
As soon as he sent out the signal, the pocket dosimeter started detecting a radiation spike. Now we're back here at base camp, and Ike heard something walking across the creek.
There was definitely something in base camp with us. Did you hear that? It's a crazy rumble. There was something there.
What do? This is so weird.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty weird, and it's pretty wild too. That's what I hear.
Yes,
but it only gets crazier from there. And I keep telling you guys this. It does. It really does. And I'm so glad that you guys get to see.
And it's all authentic.
Yeah, I'm glad you get to see this as it progresses, because the people who've been in our workshops have seen weird stuff happen. And they're just like, I can't believe this. So now you all get to come along for that and get to see it, how it does progress, and how it was caught and how we're lucky enough to catch it. And some of the stuff is just literally going to, it'll make you really question a few things. There's no question in my mind.
Pat said the new Muse headset is a subscription model, and it makes me so mad because I wanted one. There's ways around that. Pat. I'll message you.
Is it really?
The new one? Yeah.
Really?
Like, technically ours is a subscription model too.
Oh, we don't, but no.
But we got a year of the free subscription when you purchase one, but then you're not required to use it after that. But there's other apps. We don't use the Muse app.
No, there's another one that's really good. It's third party and it costs a little bit, but it's worth it. It's yours.
There is an upfront fee, but it's one time and one and done.
It's yours. The thing that you can expect at the next workshop is we are definitely going to be focusing a little bit more on that consciousness aspect. Adam's going to get his full time. We're not going to cut him off because we're afraid someone's going to show up and run us off. So that's going to happen at the next paranormal one that we do. And it may actually happen at some other point in the future because there could be some other thing that's going to come next year. We don't know yet. We're kind of watching. And if it happens, it'll be cool. I promise it'll be cool.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So everybody, like I said, be there with us 2 p.m. Sunday, and let's take over Small Town Monsters feed. And like we did the last time, because they don't know what to do when you guys show up. They really don't. It blows their mind. And, if you like the music, by all means, feel free to comment.
Especially on how fantastic the audio quality is.
Yeah, that'll drive some people crazy. Have fun with that. That's going to be awesome. But I think we had a wonderful turnout this evening. Let's do this real quick. One shot. That's it. One shot. because it's late.
Oh.
It's late. So can you pull up the
One go. That's what I'm hunting.
Proper screen?
Where did it go? Where did it go?
I don't know. I always lose it too. It's like it goes into alternate dimension or something. It's weird.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna have to do this one unassisted, kids.
Oh, where's it at?
Like, it's gone.
No,
it's gone, Ron.
Is
it's
it gone? Huh.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Oh, I bet it got accidentally deleted. Well, I have to get us a new one. That's okay. All right, y'all remember the shapes anyway. You've done this enough now. You're pros. You don't.
Times you got it.
I don't think you need any kind of prompting. Oh, wait, there it is, Joe.
Where? I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I fished it like 4 times.
It was hiding under the I stand with David Grush in our schedule. Schedule.
I see it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed it.
That's what it was. Okay, we got some people coming in here. Angie says it's Dolly. Okay, let's see that. That's good. That's good. Mm-hmm.
18.
I am going to say plus. That's what I'm going to say. What about you, Joe?
Circle.
What you got? Circle. All right, we ready? Good enough?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. Pew. Oh. Wah, wah, wah.
See who we got bacon.
I mean,
Adam said eggs. Bacon. There's 3 bacons.
So
up here.
We are seriously considering at this point a Wild Weird Zinner card deck set. So for real, if you guys are interested in that, we are going to be probably after the festivals are all over, working on trying to make that happen, and then we'll get a price. We'll get a price, and we'll see if we can make that happen, because they're not cheap. I'm just going to tell you right up front. It will be a limited run, and it'll be pretty much like a limited edition kind of thing. You get it or you don't get it. So yeah, if you're going to be interested in it, that's what we're going to be doing. That's how we're going to be doing it. So it's going to be funded literally by you guys, members, because that's what you do.
So guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of In Focus. Remember, if you have anything that you would like for us to analyze, send it over to wildandweirdwv@gmail.com.
Unless it involves Mothman and Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Bad news. So then if you want to catch us this weekend, look over at Small Town Monsters YouTube channel. Paranormal Horizons episode 2 drops for everyone this Sunday. Join us in the chat. We are going to be there answering questions as quick as we can, as many as we can. And then next week will be Beyond the Horizon episode number 2, where you guys can come directly to the show, ask us your questions that you have for everything. We're going to have a blast with that show. Last episode was really, really fun. We really enjoyed it. Then we've got the Flatwoods Monster Con coming up.
Yes.
We're going to be there September the 14th or 12th or something. I got it here.
14th. It's 14th.
Bam.
Wow. That was fast. I hope you guys can read fast.
Yeah, right. September the 14th, we're going to be at the Flatwoods Monster Con. Mothman Festival is going to be September 21st through the 22nd. Thunder in the Mountains Powwow in Fayette County, West Virginia is going to be October 12th and 13th. And Cryptid Con will be November 22nd and 24th. Those shows are going to be an absolute ball. You want to come hang out with us, just tell us. Stop by the tent. If you guys have never come and hung out with us at an event before, it's not like any other event you've been to if you've not come and hung out with us, because we have a ball. Our tent becomes the party tent, and everybody has a good time.
Oh, we're going to be wasting away in Alienville.
Oh, yeah.
So
absolutely.
Y'all going to want to be there on Saturday and Sunday, too. Just
yes.
Let you know, because there are going to be 2 separate things that are taking place those days. You're not going to want to miss either one. I promise.
Absolutely.
One serious, one not so serious.
And then you'll definitely want to hang out with us next Thursday as we do the Beyond the Horizon episode. I think that about wraps us up. Remember, if you've had a sighting of anything strange and anomalous, get a hold of us, wildandweirdwv.com. Click the report a sighting tab. You can send it in directly. We will get in contact with you. Just ask the people who sent stuff this past week. Well,
Oh boy.
you could, but like, because it happened, we had stuff, but they're confidential at the moment because holy crap, guys, that's all I'm going to say. So
hopefully we can share that soon.
Yeah, we will be able to share that soon, but oh my God. Anyway, you are all awesome. We greatly appreciate every one of you guys that make this show possible and keep it free for eons and eons to come for everybody. You all are absolutely amazing. Yes, Pat, we'll throw that bad boy back up. There you go. Also, just I can grab the link and throw it to your.
Well, we'll throw that right over to you. Haley, thank you for being here and staying here with us. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And thank you. We hope the same for you. Have an incredible week and a rest of your weekend as well. We're getting ready to kick off the weekend. And
absolutely.
We're going to have some fun over here. Actually, I'm going to be painting a lot. That's what I'm going to be doing. So,
guys, thank you all for hanging out. And remember, the Blackbird of Chernobyl was made up. Complete fabrication. Total garbage. Made exclusively for the Mothman Prophecies movie starring Richard Gere, which was also not awesome, but it was okay. It was pretty good. The guy who wrote it, I mean, yeah, whatever.
He's cool.
Stay wild and weird, everybody.
He's all right. He's all right. Now, John Keel guy, he was top. He's cool.
Yeah,
he was cool. Give him credit. Give him credit. That's what I'm saying.